You're listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. I'm your host, Heather Angel, and I've been helping people tune into what lights them up and increase their personal and professional performance for over a decade. Now I'm best known as a high-performance coach helping entrepreneurs like you cut through the noise and create a business and life on your terms. If you're ready to step out of struggle and discover how simple it can be to create a fulfilling, joyful, and successful business without all the overwhelm and long hours, you're in the right place.
Hey, beautiful. Oh my goodness, here we are again, about to go into lockdown. Honestly, I nearly didn't even record an episode today. I was just going to put out on Instagram that there will be no episode today because I was in such a vile mood over the weekend for various reasons, but primarily at the government for putting businesses through what is going to be yet another really difficult time. My heart just breaks for all the businesses that have done everything they've been told to do, and they're now being told it's not enough and they have to close their doors. Now, I know that many of you listening to this, like me, are in a very, very privileged position that our businesses are online. So we are able to help and serve and still run our businesses regardless of lockdown. But that doesn't mean there's still not an element of fear out there. I've definitely had a lot of DMs over the last sort of 48 hours asking me what to do, what strategy should they be pivoting? And I'll probably talk about this a little bit more in a couple of weeks, but my advice to you is you do not need to pivot and completely change your entire business, okay? There was so much of that nonsense the first time we went into lockdown. People lost their minds. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, you've got to pivot, you've got to change. You don't. If you have a business that is successful and working at the moment, let's look at how you grow that. And my message for you, the whole purpose of this episode, and it's going to be short, is to share with you the one thing that I did when we went into lockdown last time that has actually enabled my business to grow and enabled my clients to know that they're not alone and they have got a support network. And that is to focus on service. Pure and simple. Now, this isn't to say you focus on service and looking after your clients at the detriment of yourself. That is 100% not what I'm saying, because that is not going to help anybody. And if you want to know how I keep my energy high and look after myself, there's a previous episode about high performance health habits. So you can re-listen to that, and that shares all the little things that I do to make sure I take care of myself. But as we go into another lockdown, this morning I reached out to every single one of my Focused and Fearless members and just checked in with them, made sure that they were okay. Is there anything I can do? I spoke to my clients over the weekend, checking in and see if they're okay. Throw yourself into service and your people will know how much you care about them. Because I don't know about you, but I hate so many elements of the online industry. I really, really do. The whole coaching industry drives me crackers. I mean, that's a whole other episode. But there's so much about like people just being like me, in it for them. How much money can they make? How many people can they get through the door? I don't work like that. I've never worked like that. I don't care how many numbers get through the door, or my sales conversion rates are amazing, but that doesn't fuel me. What fuels me is people's success, people's discoveries. Like when I start working with clients, you just see these little light bulb moments happening, and they take these big steps forward, or they take their business online, or they realize what they are capable of. That is what lights me up. That is why I do what I do. And I know that you wouldn't be listening to this podcast if you didn't care about people, because I bang on about this stuff all the time. So you wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't heart-centered and if you didn't actually care about your clients. So the one thing that got me through lockdown last time was to pour my energy, my heart and soul into looking after the people that I love, which are my clients. I do adore them and I want nothing but success for them. So that is how my business grew. And what I'm actually going to share with you, I'm recording an episode today with one of my Focused and Fearless members who has grown her business during lockdown. And I've got another episode coming from you, for you, from one of my clients who actually started her business right at the beginning of lockdown. Her first launch was as we went into lockdown, and her business has thrived this year. She has grown it, started it, scaled it. She's had all the struggles, all the complications of learning how to launch and all those amazing things, but she has done it, and she is a shining beacon of what is possible regardless of what is going on in the external world. And there are so many examples of that, and I can't wait to bring those episodes to you so that you can really listen. These are real people, okay? These are not, the people that say, oh, I went from 0 to 6 figures, when actually they had a following on Instagram of 200,000 to start with, and they didn't actually go from 0 because they had a multiple 6-figure business in another field. You know those kind of stories. They drive me crazy. They give people this false illusion that you can just set up an Instagram account and set up a website and boom, that's it, you've got a thriving business. No, these are real stories about clients of mine who have put in the work. They have done the difficult mindset shift. They have, oh my gosh, they've put everything into it. They have had so many challenges. There have been tears, but they have done it and they have thrived through it. And they now have these incredible online businesses. So now we're going into lockdown. I've spoken to them today. Going into lockdown, I'm like, are you okay? Is everything all right? And they're like, yeah, I'm good. I can just keep looking after my clients, which is absolutely at the core. They're like, I'm going to keep looking after my people, make sure I've got everything in place. And they're still looking ahead to their next launches. Nothing is stopping them, and their business is growing. And that is what is possible for you when you work in the online space. It's not easy, all right? It's simple. It is simple, but it is not easy. You have to really make sure you've got the correct strategy in place, and you have to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, in my opinion. You've got to be doing these things out of love and compassion and caring and wanting to serve the people that you are getting money from. You're being paid by these people. So anywho, I'm going on a whole other tangent, but as we go into lockdown, as you look at your business, as you think, what can you do? Because it can, as entrepreneurs, as leaders, as high-performing business owners, we want to help, we want to serve, and we want to show up in the right way. And from my experience, the best way you can do that is give your clients your all. Okay, give them your all, take care of them, let them know that you are there for them, and that in turn grows your business. Most of my business still comes through referrals. Okay, my highest paying clients always come through referrals. So look after your people. Even in this online space, okay, they are not just numbers. They are not just people, clicking through on your Kajabi account. That's not how it works. These are still people who need your help, who need your support, and who are looking to you to give them that support and that guidance. So, as I said, I really wasn't even going to do an episode today. I was just going to post going, do you know what? It's not going to happen because I'm still mad. I'm still angry and I'm still like in a little bit of a ranty pants kind of mood. But I did think, do you know what? This is the one thing that really helped me during lockdown. So I hope it helps you. I really can't wait to share the episodes from my clients and Focused and Fearless members, and they can share their stories so they can show you what is truly possible for real people really starting from the very beginning, and what can be achieved even in these really difficult times. So from my heart to yours, you beautiful, beautiful person, I hope you're okay. We'll get through this one the same as we got through the last one. I am here. Now, this is something that I say all the time, but this is not just I'm here for you, blah, 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 and then I'm not. I am here for you. If you want to DM me on Instagram, do not hesitate, okay? I have been insanely inundated. My diary is now fully booked with calls, so I'm not able to open my diary the same as I was at the beginning of last lockdown. But I am on Instagram and I do respond to my DMs. So if you have a question, if you want any sort of help with something, send me a DM. I'm not going to be able to completely, give you a whole strategy for your business, but I can be there for you and maybe give you a point in the right direction. Okay, so I'm at Heather Angel Coaching on Instagram. That is the best place to find me. If you need anything, reach out. And on that note, don't ever be afraid to ask for help. If you are struggling with any aspect of going into lockdown, with any aspect of your business or mental health or how you're feeling, please don't suffer alone. Okay, this lockdown is going to have a detrimental effect on a lot of people in many different ways, business aside. please don't struggle with this alone. You don't need to. There are people out there that will help you. I'm here to help you with anything to do with your business. There are people out there who will happily give their time. There are support lines. Please don't suffer alone. Okay, there are people here to help you and support you, and I'm here for you too. Okay, my gorgeous one, I will see you next week once we're in lockdown. Take care, beautiful.
Thank you for listening to the Focused and Fearless podcast. If you'd like to continue the conversation or have a question that you would like answered in an upcoming episode, head over to Instagram and connect with me at Heather Angel Coaching. If you enjoy this podcast, please share your thoughts in a review on iTunes. I truly value your feedback and I take the time to read every single review. Have a beautiful week and I'll see you in the next episode.